In this video, I'm going to be covering the topic of print-on-demand patterns from multiple angles, from the tools that you need to create patterns or seamless patterns, different styles of patterns, whether it's for a different occasion or for a different niche, combining patterns with text or with clip art, not clip art made patterns, but combining patterns with clip art. And of course, how can we use these patterns or seamless patterns when it comes to different print-on-demand marketplaces or different print-on-demand suppliers, with or without a tiling effect? What size will we have to use in order to create a print-on-demand patterned product? We're going to be doing all that while I'm going to show you actual print-on-demand products made with patterns, including this all over print t-shirt dress from Printful that I use to cut off the collar because I like everything off shoulder. And as this is an overview video covering all these different tools, topics, and products, I will leave a link down below in the description to a blog post with a bunch of links to other tutorials and tools that can help you out. Side note, this video is also launching a pattern print-on-demand contest with Printful. I will present that at the end of the video. And actually, the video is going to end with a massive bloopers reel. You'll see why when you get to the end. But before we get started, I just want to get one thing out of the way first, and that is, hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mero, and I teach creative people how to sell their art online. And this entire video is about print-on-demand patterns. We're going to dive right in with print-on-demand pattern making tools. And when I say tools, I also mean techniques. You're going to see it in a minute. The first thing that I really like to do, and I think it's one of the first tutorials that I've done in this channel, is creating seamless patterns from different elements or clip art using Canva. You can actually create seamless patterns with Canva in multiple different ways. The first, and I think the most basic one, is to simply create these little different squares all over your canvas over on Canva, and I usually use 5,000 pixels by 5,000 pixels for that one, and placing your elements on top of the squares, and then when you tile them, whether it's on the print-on-demand supplier or marketplace or with a different software, you basically get a pattern from these squares or these elements that are inside these squares and shapes. The second way that you can create seamless patterns with Canva, which is one of my favorite ways, is to basically take the elements that you want to use in your design and to mirror them on both sides. You're basically taking an element and sort of cropping it in the middle on the side of the canvas and then taking it again to the other side of the canvas, whether it's two sides or up and down or all four corners of your canvas, to create a repeat pattern. There were many videos about that. I remind you, I will leave links to those in a blog post dedicated to that, so don't worry if this is a little bit too fast for you. This is actually the technique I used to create this Redbubble zipped pouch. I think it's one of the very first print-on-demand products that I've ordered for this channel. It was like my first test order for this channel, and this is my slothicorn. It's a sloth with a unicorn head that I made using Canva, and I created a pattern of it along with some really cool floral clip art in this technique with Canva. I also made a class for Creative FABRICA on how to create these kind of seamless patterns over on Canva, and in that class I used lemon clip art to create a pink and lemon pattern that I actually have on a tumbler that I ordered. And I love this tumbler so much. Another creative way to use Canva to create seamless patterns is something that I've actually done in a video, I think almost 3 years ago, when I actually painted an abstract painting, took a photo of it, uploaded it to Canva, and then mirrored the image to each other. There was a full video on that, link down below, but this is again another great option to create seamless patterns even from a physical abstract painting, using Canva, of course. Another tool that you can use to create seamless patterns or patterns in general for print on demand is Procreate. It's one of my favorite tools and actually how I designed this all over print t-shirt dress by Printful. There are mainly 3 ways to create seamless patterns over on Procreate. The first one is using the symmetry line. So you're basically creating a design or illustrating, and whatever you're illustrating in one corner is being created at the same time in all other corners, kind of like a tile. The second method is kind of similar to the Canva one. You're basically creating some kind of abstract design over on Procreate, and then you're mirroring it from all ends to create a seamless patterns from that. And the third one, by manually painting different elements and moving them around on the canvas to create a seamless pattern, kind of like I did with this one. There was actually a very old video that I was showing those 3 different methods over on Procreate, and there will be a link to that down below. Now, one of my all-time favorite patterns that I made using Procreate, the way that you illustrate something and then you move it around and then you illustrate and you move it around and you create a seamless pattern, was a floral seamless pattern that I created. And I actually have it on multiple print-on-demand products in different colors. For example, these all over print on a man leggings with the dark floral pattern that I did with Procreate. Let me just zoom in on the camera for you guys. As I mentioned, I created this pattern in multiple different colors, and one of them is this one on top of a Printful all over print button t-shirt. I really like how it came out. The fabric is super comfortable, and I don't think I've ever presented this product in any video product review ever before, so hey, Printful has all over print button shirts. I really like those though. I really do. I need to go bowling or something. But I also used the same color and different color of this pattern to create all over print joggers, where one side is one pattern and the other side is a different pattern. I really like to play around with these kind of things when it comes to the all over print joggers or even leggings. Another cool tool that you can use to create seamless patterns is Creative Fabrica Spark Pattern Maker. That is their AI app to create AI art, but in this case, you can actually create seamless patterns, repeat patterns, tiled patterns with this tool. This is how I created this floral seamless pattern, which actually came out quite nice. I literally just typed in flowers, and how I created this tie-dye seamless pattern that I just literally wrote tie-dye. I didn't even put an effort into prompting this as much, but I got the results that I was looking for, so that's nice. Another thing that you can do, maybe it's not a tool, but more like an option, is to actually just purchase seamless patterns from someone else who made them, whether it's from someone on Creative Fabrica or, for example, from Maytribe, which is the shop that I have for selling digital downloads and commercial use assets. As the summer is upon us and I see many beach days and poolside days in my future, I actually ordered myself a pattern print-on-demand Printful bikini, and I was using a pattern, a seamless pattern that I got from Creative Fabrica of cow spots. For those of you who don't know me, I'm obsessed with cows. So there was like multiple different colors for that pattern. So I created this bikini top and this bikini bottom by simply taking a seamless pattern from Creative Fabrica that is allowed to be used for commercial purposes even as is, and just placing it on the product. Downloading anything from Creative Fabrica and having the license to use it, as well as access to their Spark, their AI art generator, and their classes, is a paid membership, and it's not that expensive actually. There will be a link down below for an amazing discount with Creative Fabrica for a 1-year membership. I do remember when Creative Fabrica was about $20-$30 a month, and now they're about $60 or $50 a year, with a link to sign up down below. Going back to the tools for creating patterns and seamless patterns for print on demand, we have Repr, which is one of my favorite online apps to create insanely complex or simple patterns from anything. And the way that Repr works is basically by uploading a source image, an image. It can be a painting, it can be a pattern, it can just be random lines and dots. And when you upload this image, you get to select a piece of this image for the Repr app to tile it in multiple different ways. There are so many different effects on Repr, and there were many tutorials on Repr. I will leave links to those down below. I'm using Repr for so many things, whether it's using them for print-on-demand patterns, whether it's using them to create digital paper packs, or even create Procreate brushes of patterns. And I will show you loads of products that I have designed with Repr that have patterns on them towards the end of this video. One thing I do have to address here is a question that I keep getting from people. When you use the Repr app, do you need to state that this was made with AI on certain platforms? And the answer is no, because this is not an AI tool. This is actually a mathematical tool, and everything that you upload that you have the rights to use, when you download an image created from that, you have the rights to do whatever you want with it, including print on demand, reselling, and it's not made with AI. Now, patterns don't have to be seamless. They just have to be big enough to cover the product you want to use them for. So for example, I can make patterns with Lexica AI. Lexica is my favorite AI art tool. I made a full video on all the things that I do with Lexica, but in this case, Lexica doesn't really process well seamless patterns or tiling, so they don't really come off seamless. But if I just go to Lexica and I prompt a floral pattern, or in this case, I think it was a floral dark pattern, it doesn't come seamless, and it does come rather small. It's 1664 pixels by 2304 pixels. However, this size, I can either make it bigger with something like Big JPG, which is a freemium software for you to use to make your photos a little bit bigger with the same quality. Or I can just use it for small items. For example, this Printful notebook. And in this case, when I take the floral pattern from Lexica and I upload it to the notebook, even though the floral pattern is extremely small, the notebook still ends up with 263 dpi, which is good enough for me, and I kind of like how it looks. Yes, this is not a seamless pattern, but it is a pattern and a cool, quick way to design a really, really nice bohemian dark floral notebook. The notebook quality of Printful also is kind of awesome. I think I have like 5 currently at home. I think it's my favorite one. It's spiral notebook with dots inside. My favorite one for bullet journaling or for any kind of journaling. Going back to the fact that patterns don't have to be seamless, they just have to be in the right size, I can also tell you that there is something cool that you can do with Repr that is called the metamorphosis effect, which basically breaks your pattern in the middle. It does not create a seamless pattern. However, you can download this in 20,000 pixels, so it will basically cover any surface that you want to do with it, thus using this pattern, which is not seamless, to create something like wall art or puzzles or very, very interesting pillows or the actual t-shirt dress that I got from Printful that was like florals up and down. I really like that one. There was a video on the Printful channel of me designing this dress along with 2 other beach-friendly items for the summer. By the way, if you like this video so far or found this content useful, please hit the like button down below because every time you do that, it really does help my channel, and subscribe to my channel if you're not yet subscribed. Now, we started talking about sizes, so let's finish the conversation about sizes, or actually the uploading process, which is different a little bit based on the marketplace or supplier that you're using to create your print-on-demand items. I'm going to start with, let's call it the worst option when it comes to being able to upload patterns, which will be a marketplace like Society6 or even TeePublic, in which you cannot actually use a tiling effect. So if you upload this little square of a seamless pattern, there is no option on the marketplace when you design the product to actually pattern it on the product. So when it comes to Society6, especially when they have these large items like window curtains, yeah, you're going to need to upload the file of a pattern that is already big enough for that. With some iPads, Procreate will have enough sizes to create all of Society6 products, and I did actually make a video on how to create all of Society6 products with the Repr app, in it mentioning the 3 sizes that will cover all of their pattern products. Differing from TeePublic and Society6, Redbubble, the print-on-demand marketplace, has a tiling option. So I can actually take something that is 3600 pixels by 3600 pixels, upload it as is, which is super small for something like a shower curtain, but click on the repeat option to repeat this pattern all over in the printing process to create a full product from a very, very small size file. You also have the tiling option on the Zazzle print-on-demand marketplace, even though on Zazzle the tiling option is a little bit more complex to contain half brick, half drop, and to contain, of course, the mirroring option to all sides, so you don't actually have to use Canva if you want to use it for one of your abstract paintings or for one of your abstract designs to create that mirror effect. You could just do it directly on Zazzle. Much like that, we also have Printful with tiling options. Now, Printful is not a marketplace, it's a supplier, kind of like Awkward Styles, Gelato, Printify, and a lot of other print-on-demand suppliers out there that integrates with your own shop or is included within your fourth wall stores. Now, when it comes to Printful, you can upload a file that is big enough to fit the product that you want to use, or you can use tiling effects to create a large product from a small seamless pattern over on Printful. You do also have with Printful the option to mirror your design in a pattern, whether it's, again, with a realistic photo of an abstract painting or with an abstract digital art background that you have. But actually, one of the things that I love doing with Printful is double tile. For example, let's take the Printful all over print blanket. So I went into Canva 4000 by 4000 pixels and just clicked on the backgrounds that they have, the one with the diamond pattern background, downloaded that and uploaded to Printful using the repeat tile option to stretch it all over the blanket. Following that, I used this really, really cute frog clip art that I made, uploaded to Printful as well to repeat it as well, but this time I used the half drop pattern repeat option and spaced it out to basically create this blanket. Kind of like it. I love the option of double patterning because basically you can create the design and more adjust it when you're on the product rather than creating the pattern before and trying to adjust it to the product. So I really like the option to actually have two different patterns, one on top of the other with Printful. So to the question that everybody asks, which is what size do I need my patterns or seamless patterns to be in, that really does depend if the platform or supplier that you are using for your print-on-demand items does have a tiling option or does not. If it does have a tiling option, you can use relatively small sizes to cover large spaces, but if it doesn't have the tiling option, you're going to have to create the full seamless pattern or pattern by yourself to the actual size of the items you're trying to design. Let's move on to some cool pattern styles and a lot of show and tell because, as I mentioned, I do have a lot of print-on-demand products with patterns here. And the first one is, well, geometric. This Printful duffel bag is filled with pattern. It's also making a lot of noise, so I'm going to try to make sure that it stays well. And I made it with Repper. I basically took the same image and moved the tiling option a bit to create different patterns. So this one, but also this one. So they were created from the same source image, but they're different patterns, so they kind of look like they fit together. We also have this one, and I used this one to go all over the sides. I think it came out nice. I really like this bag, and I actually use it a lot. Printful duffel bags might seem expensive to some people, but they're actually incredibly high in their quality, and I've been using two of these for the past, I think, 2-3 years, and they're still holding up looking amazing. Another cool pattern style that you can use is tie-dye, and this is the Printful new shoulder bag, the small shoulder bag, and I created this tie-dye pattern over on Procreate using tie-dye brushes that I also made. And so I feel like this was a seamless pattern, even though with tie-dye you can create something that is not a seamless pattern, especially with something this small that I can just design a pattern to cover it and I don't need an actual seamless pattern to repeat. Another style that you can do for your print-on-demand patterns is actually creating, again, patterns from different clip art. So let's look at some examples that I have here. I have published the Kawaii Cute Animals Doing Stuff bundle clip art, and I actually used the cows from it to create this towel. And I love it so much. I was actually using Canva for this one, and I don't know if you can see here carefully, there is this like diamond background thing that I was using just in the color blue, and of course aligning the cows together to repeat. So as you can see here, elements are repeating themselves throughout this towel, which is an amazing quality, by the way. I also created some really cool butterfly clip art over on Procreate, and then with Canva, created patterns for them to create these shoes. They had a video on them on their own. And yes, I made one shoe blue and one shoe pink. I kind of like this combination of it. I really like when it comes to patterns to create a product that is half this way and half this way. The same thing that I showed you with the joggers. I think this is a really cool way to be more playful and also to create a bigger value for your product, because patterns exist everywhere, but really unique patterns, whether they're geometric in a specific color or patterns that kind of mismatch, are really something that people can't easily find in an online store. So it could justify the price of a print-on-demand item if you do it correctly. Another example, and this time it's a design that I made with Procreate, is this pillow covered with different print-on-demand ice creams in different colors, and the background of it is actually a different pattern of yellow background with white spots. I love this pillow so much. I made these ones in Skopje, I think, on an inspirational trip to North Macedonia. I love this pillow so much and this ice cream pattern. Another thing that you can go for with patterns is just some kind of retro pattern, and I've done this with this print-on-demand Printful all over print hoodie. I just made these like, I think retro colors. It kind of looks and feels, especially with this part of it, the sleeve here, it kind of looks and feels as if I'm in a kitchen from the 70s. And if you look closely on the sleeve part here, this is a metamorphosis created pattern that basically moves around from one end to another and opens up. And I have another pattern here on the inside. I think the all over print hoodies are quite a good product to try and design when it comes to the different placements that you have on the product to really create something totally unique. Another cool thing that you can do when it comes to print-on-demand pattern products is actually combine them with text. So remember the notebook that I showed you from before that I was using Lexica AI to create a non-seamless pattern background of boho dark flowers? So let's go back to that notebook and simply add text on it. So in this case, I decided to write New Year, New Me. And while I could have made this design over on Canva, I find it really nice that Printful has the option to add text from their system and also change the font of the text, the size of the text, the line spacing of the text, and even add things like shadows to create this notebook, which is basically a background of a pattern and text. The last product I'm going to show you in real life today is going to be a combination of patterns and clip art. And no, I do not mean like this when I took clip art and made a pattern from it. I mean like these flip-flops where I have a pattern on the flip-flops and a clip art on them. I feel like it matches the colors a lot. I really, really do like this. So hopefully you can see now that patterns come in so many different shapes, forms, formats, colors, occasions, niches, and different styles made with different tools on different products. But one thing that I do like to do with patterns, especially for seasons or for holidays, is wrapping paper. And I have a stack of Printful wrapping paper here. And I do have to say, when it comes to wrapping paper, there are so many different things that you can do, but I would recommend going towards two things. One would be holidays, and two will be hobbies. If someone has like a hobby that they really like, so the present can match that. Let's see what I got here. First of all, oh, I think this is from an Easter bundle from like 2 years ago. We have an Easter wrapping paper, and this one actually combines different clip art with text. I have fall tea clip art wrapping paper. I think this is really nice for people who are crafters, who really like the bohemian style. My favorite flower pattern that I made with Procreate, of course, also on a wrapping paper. I have this one, beer wrapping paper. We have a Christmas pattern wrapping paper with Santa Claus elements that I made with Procreate and some cool Christmas leaves. And a cactus wrapping paper. And this one was actually pattern over pattern, because there are the cactus patterns here and the stripes in the back. Now, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below on pretty much anything that I covered here in this video. Are you currently selling patterned items? If so, then where? Is there a specific niche or style or topic that you're designing in? What is your favorite tool to creating patterns? And do you want me to make more pattern tutorials? And if so, for which product and with which tool? While this part of showing all these pattern items was exciting and the main topic of this video, along with some cool tools, we are not done yet because we still have to talk about a pattern design contest. It's actually a pattern design contest with Printful joining in on the mix. It was a really cool collab for my birthday. And how this contest works, what you need to submit, how can you submit it, and who are the winners and what do they win? Well, you just listen in the next few minutes and you'll know. The contest is starting right now, and anyone can design up to 3 different items from Printful with patterns and submit them to this contest. By the way, you don't have to have Printful connected to any of your stores in order to participate, because participating is with an image of a mock-up of an item you created. And if you don't have a Printful account, you can just click on the link down below in the description and open a Printful account for free right now and just use it to participate in this competition. So, what are you submitting in this competition? Well, anything. Any item that you can think of that would look good with a pattern. I hope that I was inspiring or gave you some ideas with this video, but seriously, any item from Printful that has a pattern on it can be submitted to this contest. You can use any kind of pattern tool to create your patterns in any kind of style, in any kind of color palette, or for any occasion. You can use patterns that you made yourselves manually, use patterns made from clip art that you made yourself or purchased on commercial use websites like FABRICA or Matribe. The only thing that you cannot do is go ahead and purchase seamless patterns and use them as is. You can purchase seamless patterns from Matribe for this contest, but make sure to combine them with clip art or with text. Now, how do you participate? All you have to do to participate is to go to our Facebook community. Yes, we have one. There will be links in the description for the Facebook community and for a designated post for this contest. You go to the designated post for this contest and you basically comment 3 times 3 different images of mock-ups of Printful products that you created that have patterns on them. You can add to your comment things like how you created this product, what tool were you using, why do you think this product is good, but that's not mandatory. The only mandatory thing is an image of the Printful mock-up with the product that you designed. Each person can comment up to 3 different mock-ups to basically enter the contest 3 different times with 3 different products. Submissions are, as I said, starting from right now and will end on the 20th of June at 7 p.m. my time here in Bulgaria. Now let's talk about the winners. So, on June 20th, 7 p.m., I'm going to be closing the post on the Facebook group for any further comments, and I will be taking all of the photos that you guys have submitted and send them to the Printful design team. The Printful design team is going to go over all of them and decide which are the 3 people who did the best job with their pattern design, and those 3 people, chosen by Printful, will get $50 each to use for Printful to basically order anything you want to test or to order for yourself. And the winners of this contest will be announced on my birthday video, which will either be on the 27th of June or the 28th. Not my birthday is on the 28th, but the video is either going to be on the 27th or the 28th of June. And I wish everybody who participates good luck, and I can't wait to see the designs that you submit. Now, if you're watching this video after the 20th of June 2024 and you're kind of bummed out that you missed out on this cool contest, worry not, there are always more contests coming up. I really love doing contests in this channel, so make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, a member of our Facebook community, or subscribed to my free newsletter to get updates for future contests. So the contest starts right now, and I hope that everyone who participates in it will have a blast, regardless of winning or not winning, because for me, print-on-demand patterns are just so much fun. I'm reminding you that there are a bunch of links in a blog post linked down below in the description to all the tools and the techniques that I mentioned in this video. So I kind of really wanted to make this like overview video about print-on-demand patterns, and then you can choose a tool or a style or a platform that you like and get more information on these specifics on the blog post with other links. One thing I'm going to say before I go is that there is going to be bloopers right after I'm going to say bye, and those bloopers are me talking funny because I got a beautiful pre-birthday gift from the universe and from God, which is my 2 wisdom teeth. Believe it or not, I actually have 2 wisdom teeth up here. One of them is pressing the other and it's messing up my entire jaw, and I've been heavily medicated for the last few days and will have to have a very complex surgery to remove them. And I've actually been able to finally speak normal, but it's very painful, and my instinct is to kind of talk with a lisp. I sound like I have a speech impediment when I'm not really trying, because again, this is very painful. So there is going to be a full bloopers reel after I say bye of me accidentally talking to relieve the pain. I'm trying to smile. I don't know why. Whenever I'm in pain, I just smile. Is that something that anybody else does? But with that being said, that was it for me for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something new. Go and create awesome print-on-demand pattern products. And as usual, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Hi everyone, welcome back to my... That did my roots. I feel like I have a speech impediment, which is so annoying, but fine. Okay, this. Where am I gonna put all the products? Oh, I have so many products like down there. Zen. I really want a Zen. Maybe further. Oh wait, how is that? Not good? It's so hot in here. I have these lamps on me and it's really hot. Like even when this... Ugh! In this video... No! No lisp. In this video. In this video. In this. Oh, only all the video to go. Okay. In this video, I'm going to be it's like 3 minutes in and I haven't even said hello. There are actually more ways to create... I can just speak like this, yeah? There are actually more ways to create the pattern with Procreate other than that one. Yeah, of course. Why is there a helicopter here? The helicopter. Yeah, I'm pretending I'm talking normal and the helicopter. Great. Oh. I can't talk right now. I'm filming. I am filming. No, I'm not filming when I talk like this. Obviously, I talk like this because it's easier to talk like this, okay? It hurt less. I'm filming. I'll tell you later. Okay, bye. The contest start right... The contest start right now. Yeah, that's how I say it. The contest is starting right now. And that's how I've been speaking in the last few days, without having to take massive amount of aspirins to relieve the swallowing of my face. I have a surgical consult on the 19th to see how this is going to play out, and mostly to get the surgeon to let me know how long am I going to be not able to talk after I do the procedure, because apparently it's going to be a very complicated procedure and it's very annoying because I just got back to YouTube. I don't want to take a break again. I think I need to order like Gerber, like the baby food for after the surgery. I'm not sure. Wisdom teeth are such a mess, especially when you have two of them. I'm not even joking. I have two wisdom teeth in one area. And you know what? I'm not joking. I'm going to show you. This is how the right side of my face looks like. There is a wisdom tooth inside a wisdom tooth. And I can't believe I just shared my x-ray over on YouTube. Yeah. I would love to hear your I would love to hear your thoughts. I would love to hear your thoughts. Okay, so I'm done. I'm done. This has been, I'm super tired. This is very long. So bye, camera.